This is our first chapter, cybersecurity. So, some of the important questions we are going to discuss in cybersecurity. First one is, should you use a nickname when you log on to the internet? Yes, it is always a good idea to use a nickname when we log on to the internet. This will make it difficult for identity thieves to find us. Uh, when you shop, you always check the security of the website before you enter personal and credit card information comment. Yes, we should always check that the site we are shopping on is secure. One way is to check if URL starts with https colon double slash. Another way is to check the browser window to see if a closed padlock is visible. Now, third question: is it alright to give your name, address, and birth date when registering to use a website online? No, it is never a good idea to give out your birth date on the internet. Most websites request this as an option. Protect yourself from identity thieves and ignore this request. Robin wanted to gift his friend a football or a wristwatch. Should he search for many sports items and wristwatches online? But after that, everything he goes online. His web browser shows him advertisements about sports items and wristwatches. What is this happening? How could have Robin avoided them? How can Robin get rid of this now? This is happening because the third-party cookie saved his search preferences, and now websites are posting advertisement based on his preferences. Robin could have avoided this by privately browsing, that is, opening the web browser in incognito mode before searching for such a thing. Now, Robin can delete all the previous history and cookies stored on his computer. This would stop website posting advertisements. Nivedita has recently shifted to a new city and a new school. She does not know many people in her city and school, but all of a sudden someone is posting negative, demeaning comments on her social networking profile, school sites, forum, etc. She is also getting repeated mails from unknown people. Every time she goes online, she finds someone chasing her on. A. What is this happening to Nivedita? B. What action should she take to stop them? Nivedita has become a victim of cyber bullying and cyber stalking. She must immediately bring it to the notice of her parents and school authorities, and she must report this cybercrime to local police with the help of her parents. Describe the following cybercrimes: cyberbullying and cyber stalking. Cyberbullying refers to the act of online harassment of someone by using online tools such as internet, email, instant messages, chat rooms, or social networking sites, etc. Cyber trolling, which means posting or sarcastic, demeaning, or insulting comments about someone, is also considered a form of cyberbullying. Cyber stalking refers to an online stalking where someone uses internet, chat rooms, social networking sites, emails, etc. to stalk his or her victim. Cyber stalker follows the victim online everywhere and keeps posting, sending something which are unsolicited. What do you understand by identity thefts? Solution: online identity theft refers to an act of stealing someone's personal information such as name, login details, etc., and then posting as that person's online. Whatever online activity happens after this is thought to be of persons whose identity details are stolen and being used. With online identity thefts happens, one can gain access to another person's personal information, name, login details, Aadhaar number, credit card information, and use this information for illegal activities such as harassing others or stalking others, or for conducting cyber crimes, etc. What measures should one take to avoid and maintain confidentiality of personal information? Some common measures that one can take to protect one's identity online are: never open suspicious texts or emails, always delete them, never send money or credit card, online account details, or copies of personal documents to anyone you don't know or trust. Choose password that would be difficult for others to guess and update them regularly. Don't use the same password for every account and don't share them with anyone. Secure your network and devices with antivirus softwares and a good firewall. Avoid using public computers or Wi-Fi hotspots to access or provide personal information. Be very careful about how much personal information you share on the social network sites. When making online payment, only pay for items using a secure payment services. Look for a URL starting with HTTPS and a closed padlock symbol or a payment provider such as PayPal. Describe why authentication is important for file protection. Authentication is the process of determining whether someone is a legal user. It is the process of identifying an individual, usually based on a username and password. Authentication merely ensures that the individual is who he or she claims to be, but says nothing about the access rights of the individual. It is used a primary step for file protection from unauthorized users. Viruses, bombing, and phishing are all examples of potential internet security issues. Explain what is meant by each of these three terms. Virus refers to a computer program software that replicates by copies itself. It can delete or alter files, data stored on a computer, can even make the computer crash by run slow. Farming is a way to trick unsuspecting user by inserting malicious code by software installed on a user's hard drive, actual web server. This code redirects user to a fake website without his by her knowledge. Farming takes place generally to obtain personal by financial information by data. Phishing is another way to trick unsuspecting users where legitimate looking emails are sent to a user. As soon as recipient opens by clicks on the link in the mail by attachment, the user is directed to fake website without his by her knowledge. Like farming, phishing also takes place generally to obtain personal by financial information slash data. What is an antivirus software? There is a number of malicious software malware programs that can cause damage to the computer. These include viruses, worms, Trojan horses, malware, spywares, etc. Antivirus software is designed to detect and block attacks from malware. This software, when loaded, resides its memory and checks every operation if it is malicious or not. If it finds any suspicious activity, it blocks that operation and saves our computer. Internet security is a major issue for many people. The following is a list of 5 typical security issues: farming, phishing, spyware, viruses. For each one, describe the security issue and suggest a way of protecting against it. Farming, it is actually a code installed on the hard drive of a user's computer or actual web server. Code redirects the user to a bogus by fake website without users knowing. A method of protection: users filters to authenticate websites. Users should be alert and look for farming clues which indicate being directed to a bogus site. Phishing. In phishing, creator sends a legitimate looking fake emails in the hope of gaining personal by financial information. Fake email replicates a well-known company, example a bank. IPS can filter, block or phishing emails. Users should be aware of opening links in the email. Spyware. It is a type of software that gathers information by monitoring key presses on a user's keyboard or activity and relays the information back to the person who sends the spyware. Use drop-down boxes. Users should be alert and look for clues when using their computers. Viruses, it refers to a program or coding that replicates itself, corrupts the system, alters or deletes data. Use antivirus software. Do not use disk by software from unknown sources. Do not use emails from unknown senders. What is need for secure password? When more than one person uses a network, it is important to have a user ID and a network manager trace and passwords. Only someone with a valid login and password can access that network. It also helps the network manager trace unusual activity to a specific user. A weak password makes it easy for someone to try to guess your login details. A good password will have a mix of user uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters. A good combination of these makes a strong password and difficult to crack. Hence, a strong password keeps our system secure. What measure should you take to keep the data secure? Measures that can be taken to keep the data secure includes making regular backups of files. Backup copies should be stored in a fireproof safes or in another building. Protecting another against viruses by running antivirus softwares. Using a system of strong passwords so that access to data is restricted. Safe storage of important files stored on removable disk. Example, locked away in a safe location.